Long ago, there was a vast empire called Persia. This empire stretched across many lands and nations. At that time, the ruler of this great empire was King Xerxes. King Xerxes was very powerful. His palace was filled with wealth, splendor, and luxury. But a time came when his queen, Vashti, refused to obey the king's command. The king became angry, and Vashti was removed from her position as queen. After this, the king's advisors said the king should choose a new queen. The king gave an order that beautiful young women from the entire empire be brought to the capital city of Susa. From among them, one would be chosen as the new queen. At that same time, there lived a Jewish man in the city of Susa. His name was Mordecai. Mordecai had a cousin's daughter. Her name was Esther. Esther's parents had died. She was an orphan. Mordecai had raised her like his own daughter. He taught Esther to fear God and showed her the path of truth and humility. Esther was beautiful, but her beauty was not limited to her appearance. Her heart was gentle, her nature was calm, and her faith in God was strong. When Esther was taken to the palace, she won the favor of all the officials and servants. King Xerxes' eyes also rested upon Esther, and the king made Esther his queen. In this way, a simple Jewish orphan girl became the queen of Persia. However, Mordecai had told Esther, "Do not reveal your people or your identity yet." Esther obeyed him. At that time, there was a high official in the king's court whose name was Haman. Haman was very proud. He wanted everyone to bow down before him. But Mordecai refused to bow before Haman. This filled Haman's heart with anger. He decided not only to take revenge on Mordecai, but on the entire Jewish people. Haman deceived the king and obtained a royal decree. According to this decree, on a certain day, all the Jews were to be destroyed. When Mordecai learned of this decree, he was filled with great sorrow. He put on sackcloth, sprinkled ashes on himself, and cried out loudly. Mordecai sent a message to Esther and asked her to go to the king and plead for her people. Esther was afraid, because approaching the king without being summoned was like facing death. But Mordecai sent Esther a reply and said, "Do not think that because you are in the palace, you alone will escape. If you remain silent at this time, deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's house will perish. And who knows, perhaps you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this." These words sank deep into Esther's heart. She gathered her courage and said, "Ask all the Jews to fast for 3 days. Pray for me, then I will go to the king, and if I perish, I perish." For 3 days and 3 nights, Esther ate nothing and drank nothing. She continued to pray to God. On the 3rd day, Esther put on her royal robes and stood before the king. The king saw her and showed her favor. He extended his golden scepter toward Esther. Esther lived. The king asked, "Queen Esther, what do you desire? Even if you ask for half of my kingdom, I will give it to you." Esther did not reveal everything at once. With wisdom, she invited the king and Haman to a banquet. Then, at the second banquet, she revealed the truth. She said, "O king, my life and the lives of my people are in danger." The king became furious. When he learned of Haman's plot, he ordered that the gallows Haman had built for Mordecai be used to hang Haman himself. After this, the king issued a new decree. The Jews were given the right to defend themselves, and they were saved. Mordecai was given a high position. Esther became the deliverer of her people. And even today, the story of Esther teaches us this lesson. God never abandons his people. At the right time, he places the right person in the right place. And sometimes, God lifts us to high positions so that we may become a blessing to others.